Hello, guys. My name is Mimi, and welcome to today's episode. If you're a consistent listener, thank you so much for the support. Please do not forget to subscribe to the podcast so you can get notifications whenever we upload episodes. So, today I am talking about random breakup gist, and this would revolve basically around my own breakup story. And the most important thing that I'm going to be addressing today is the issue of closure. There are so many people who, whenever they fall out with whoever they are with, they often feel heartbroken, which is completely normal. And then there are some who feel they still need to ask questions or to find out why exactly something did not work out between them and your partner. And then you see these people go back to these individuals that they had dated, and they ask questions like, why did you hurt me, why did you do this, why did you leave me, why did you break my heart, why did you move on to someone else? And while this might seem like the proper thing to do, at least to satisfy whatever feelings that you have at that point, the truth is there is really no point doing any form of closure after every breakup. And this is why. So a few weeks ago, someone that I had a fairly good relationship with called it off for the flimsiest reasons on earth, which was something about Valentine's Day and how I wanted a Valentine's Day SMS or call, and he never came. And I put that out to him, and then he got offended and then felt like I shouldn't be telling him what to do, or he shouldn't do those kinds of things for me because it doesn't make him comfortable. And me, on the other hand, I was trying to insist that we are two different people. So if something doesn't make you really comfortable, the proper thing to do is to find a balance to ensure that you also consider the other person's emotions, right? But I feel like he probably didn't get that. And at that point, I had tons of questions because he called me the next day and then he said he was done, and he dropped a call on me like that. And it left me really scarred, and I was really confused at that point because I know, yes, our relationship had communication issues, but I never actually expected that he would actually break up with me over something as flimsy as Valentine's Day calls or SMS. But that's exactly what happened. And then when it did, I had tons of questions. I wanted to ask, I wanted to find out what I did wrong, how I did it wrong, or what exactly I said that was improper and things like that. And that was the normal thing, or rather, that is the normal thing that most of us want to do. When someone hurts us, we want to find out, why did you hurt me? Why did you ditch me for someone else? Why did you have to dump me? Why did you move on to somebody else? And then tons of other questions that we're asking. And I know that it is very normal for us to feel completely worn out, and then we feel like we need to find out the reason why we feel the way we do. But I'm trying to tell you today, do not initiate any form of closure. It's a trap. So after the breakup happened, and that was like 3 weeks after, I got a message from our ex, and then he was trying to be all friendly and all. And I had to tell him that, first of all, we're not friends. Okay, I don't know how you guys do it. I've seen these arguments so many times, how people say they had to be friends with their ex and things like that. It is one of the things in this world that I do not know how to do, and I do not plan on learning as well. So I don't know how to be friends with someone who dumped me, obviously, or even someone I dumped. I don't know how to do that because I feel like for me to be in a relationship with someone, it involves tons of my emotions. It means that I am going to be emotionally involved in it, right, completely. And then when this person dumps or leaves me, I cannot actually bring myself to be just friends. I don't know how to get rid of all that emotions just like that. So yeah, when he sent me this message a few weeks ago, and he was sounding all friendly, and I had to actually call his attention to the fact that we're not friends. You dumped me. We have no reason trying to act like nothing happened. Shit happened, and I got hurt over whatever thing that you did. And then there was no point trying to pretend that, hey, this thing did not happen. Well, both of us knew that it actually happened. And then we started having back and forth conversations, why it didn't happen, how it was my fault, and how I did this, I did that. And I threw back my own as well, because he was throwing things that made me feel like he was actually gaslighting me. And that was the issue that I had. gaslight most of the times, right? So he was trying to make it seem like I wasn't sure of what my problem was with whatever thing that had happened. And then he went as far as saying that whatever thing I did while we were together meant nothing and it wasn't that deep. It was normal for people to do. And all those crazy kinds of talks, right? And at the end of the day, did I get a closure? No. No, guys. I got hurt all over again. Like, imagine entertaining someone who dumped you. You're listening to the person, and the person is trying to make you feel miserable the more. That was exactly how that conversation made me feel. So this is the reason why I insist that seeking for closure from a broken relationship or a very bad relationship is a dead zone, guys. Like, do not try. If someone walks out of your life, you know why it happened. There's no point asking questions. Why did we break up? Why did you leave me? Why did you hurt me? Why did you do this? Guys, you are stirring up the hurt all over again. It is really not necessary. So when someone breaks your heart, or when you have or fall out with someone that you had a fairly good relationship with, keep that same bar. Like, do not try to compromise it. It has already happened. Allow everybody to move on with their own individual lives. Okay, I don't believe in going to ask questions, going to find out why we didn't work and things like that. I feel like when you do all those things, you're actually hurting yourself all over again. And that was how I felt a few weeks ago, because I had already lost the fact that he dumped me, and then he shows up again and I'm having this conversation on the reason why he dumped me. Guys, that was very, very unfair. That's like pouring salt on an already open injury. And that was exactly how it felt. Okay, so when you're constantly seeking for the validations, and that's why most of you in your new relationships, you're still hurting, because you feel like you still need to find out why your ex left or why your ex did what they did. And instead of bringing in a new energy into a new relationship that you're in, you're suffering and holding on to what had already happened, because you need to address it. You need to find out what had gone wrong. I don't believe in seeking for closure. I feel like closures are opportunities for you to feel stupid. Sorry, but that is exactly what mine did for me. Right? And this is not the first time I'm dating someone. This is like the second guy I've dated all my life. The first guy, something similar happened, but in his case, he went to different people, and then he was talking to people how I was doing this to him and doing that to him, and then these people were asking me, "Hey, what happened? Why did you guys break up?" and things like that. I had to shun him, dude. Please stop saying shit about us. We're done. Like, take it like that. We're done. Really. It didn't work, and that's fine. It's obvious that, you see, personally, I believe that it's better to have a failed relationship than to get into marriage and jump right out of it immediately. And when that particular one did not work out, I really did not feel so hurt, because probably I had my own money baggages and tons of other problems. So it really did not feel that crazy. But when he went about talking to people about me, that was when I actually had to address it. And trust me, the feeling I had after addressing that issue was horrible, because it felt like I had my sores opened all over again, and I had to deal with whatever thing that had happened between us all over again. So seeking for closure, seeking for the reason why we didn't work and things like that, is basically trying to hurt yourself all over again. So even right in relationships, this is something that women are very familiar with. All of us have intuition. All of us have very powerful intuitions, and we know when something is not working. It's just that most times we lie to ourselves and try to make ourselves see that, hey, this thing will work by fire, by force, by thunder, and by lightning. And then some of you even go and start carrying man picture to different prayer houses, because you're trying to force something that is obviously you are very confused that this particular person or this particular relationship is not working. And these are lies, right? So most of us are already aware of why something did not work out between us and whoever it is that we've dated. So why do we feel the urge to still have conversations about why he hurt you or why you hurt him. I don't think it's necessary. If something happens between you and your partner and you break up, everybody should focus on moving on, picking the pieces of their life left and putting it all back together and focusing on something entirely new, right? That is my resolve when it comes to relationships and the whole concept of seeking for closure. So let me know what you think about today. What exactly would you do if someone breaks your heart? Do you go right back at, or do you go back at them asking for the reason why whatever happened, or do you move on? In my case, I simply move on because I try to protect my energy, and when someone tries to send in that negative energy towards my own side, I try to get rid of them as much as I can. So what exactly do you do when someone hurts you? Remember, my email is in the description of this episode, so you can always drop your suggestions, or you can send me a message on Telegram at a dash of colors. Remember to join the Telegram community so that you can always keep yourself updated on what to do to keep yourself going every single day. Thank you so much for listening, guys. My name is Mimi, and this is a dash of colors. See you next time.